Hello,
Uh,
people. Welcome to a
I'm
Gamerish
naked.
First
I like how it
Impressions.
says that.
I think this is like the first one we're gonna have on Gamerish, which is like straight audio in a long time. And for those hearing this on Spotify, iTunes, etc., I want to apologize why we haven't had any pods on here for months. And that's not our fault. It's because the provider we was using for some reason wasn't taking our audio, and so we had to switch over. We finally found a place to switch over to, and I promise you, when we do our podcast and stuff, you guys will start getting the audio versions of everything regularly now, including stuff that I'm about to do about my top 5 reasons also coming next of why I hate video game delays. And that's going to be a Dre rant. Okay. And so, but today we're here to talk about Battlefield 2042. I'm here with Miss Felise Katz.
you can't see it, but
Yeah, and my boy Tim Leo back, but never forgotten.
waving.
Yes,
Um,
$1 million, Austin
yeah.
Powers.
Yeah, so all three of us for the past 2 days, I believe the beta has been out. We've been on Battlefield. We have some stuff to say. I don't want to. I have the good and the bad. And I want to get the bad out the way first. Let's get the bad out the way first before we.
No.
Well, you want to get the good out the way and end with the bad.
I want to go with pros and cons in each category.
Okay, pros and cons. All right, we could do that. Let's talk about then. When it comes to Battlefield, I should say one thing I say Battlefield brings us that games like Call of Duty and Ghost Recon tries this, but it doesn't really capture it as much as it could, is working as a team. That's one thing that I feel Battlefield used to, from what I'm seeing in this demo, do for us that other games didn't do. And the reason, one thing let's talk about gameplay first. And one thing that I was annoyed with was the lack of team effort in this game. And I felt like because Battlefield took a year off, I was being surrounded by a bunch of people that were pretending that we were playing Call of Duty. And yes, there were, and not just Call of Duty. We did have bots in the match. I know there was also bots in the game, and people are complaining that the bots were too tough. I don't know.
The bots are.
They're like, the bots. Yes, the bots are fucking kill. Like bots killed the fuck out of me. Yes, like they did destroy my ass. And but I didn't feel when I was playing with some human players like they cared about getting the objective done. And the only game mode they had available was conquest mode, which is where you have to go and capture different points in a map. And guys, these are huge fucking maps. Like if you don't have a vehicle, which they did add a prompt that you could use to call in a vehicle for yourself, which I appreciate. But at the same time, I was too scared to use one because now people hear you coming, so it's good. But I felt like there was no camaraderie with the people I was playing with. No one was listening. I'm like, hey, I'm going to this point, spawn on me. Let's go do this and grab this area up. Most of the times I'm capturing places by myself, which I didn't mind doing. I guess I'm still getting my experience, but because of course it's a beta, like I felt like leveling up meant nothing because we weren't. Did you guys get any attachments while playing the game? Any attachments? Anything for leveling up?
So no. Sorry, Felise.
Yeah. So I didn't get any type of attachment. So I felt like what I was doing wasn't worthwhile, even though yes, all our data is gonna be wiped by the time the full game comes out. But I would have felt better if there was a sense of progression during the beta. But because I felt like I had no people to help me out, I felt no sense of progression. It was something that like took me out of the game, But please tell me, what was your like? What do you feel about the gameplay aspects? And I know we got much more to go into when it comes into gameplay, like gun mechanics and things like that. But what was your first impressions on it?
Well, I want to go and say that in reference to what makes a game good, gameplay is a part, story is a part, art design and graphics is a part, and so is the challenge. In reference to gameplay, I felt like it was all over the place. There was no like, I'm not gonna say tutorial because I mean sometimes there's no tutorials and betas, but there was like, it just threw you in, which often is okay with games that you're used to playing, like a Call of Duty or whatever. But Battlefield, I mean, for me anyway, I think it was the last Battlefield 1.
Was it Battlefield 1?
Yes.
It was Battlefield 1?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I know you still play it.
So I've played Battlefield since Battlefield Bad Company.
Well, I'm sorry, Battlefield 5 was the last one. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Battlefield 5. Okay, cool. I played Battlefield since Battlefield Bad Company, I think 2, actually. And I always knew that it's very different from playing Call of Duty. So like if you're playing Call of Duty really good, you're gonna suck at Battlefield at first because the buttons are all different and it just fucks with your head. But like this one was just like, it wasn't a matter of it's so different from Call of Duty because I play a lot of Call of Duty, but it was like, I don't know, it felt like all the army men, like that toy game, the army men game, whatever.
Yeah.
It felt like I was playing something like that, like, and everyone was easily disposable. You can die super easily by a couple shots. It didn't tell me how to revive people or heal people. Because my first go-to in Battlefield always is I'm gonna play support because I like to be able to revive people. You know, I'm the one that sneaks around in the grass. That's me.
Me too.
Chet.
Yeah, and that's the first person I played with. It was like an old lady, I think, and it wasn't. I couldn't figure out how to revive people at first. I know eventually when I got close to it, because it was very glitchy, but it's a beta, so it's to be expected, but it was very glitchy. So when I got close enough to revive people, it didn't always tell me at the beginning that if I press X, I can revive them. So I kept shooting them with the little revive gun. I was like, why are they getting up? I'm so confused. And so that happened for like the first hour of me playing the game because I died a lot. And in reference to capturing the point, it's not simply capturing the point, it's about holding the points. So that wasn't evident because I would go away from the team because it shows on your screen on the bottom left corner, it shows four green things it shows you their status and them around you. And I didn't know, it was just 4 of us playing together. I know it's 128 of us, but I thought it was a bunch of teams of 4. I can't hear anything you're saying. I see you talking though. But I was
talking to my wife.
I thought it was a bunch of teams of 4. So I didn't know it was a bunch of teams of 4. I thought it was like half of us was in one team and half of us was in the other team. But I don't even know.
Yeah. It's half and half. No, you always have squads of 4.
But it didn't make any sense for the squads of 4.
Really? That's how they've been doing it for years.
No,
but not with the 128. So it didn't make sense for the squads of 4 because when you revived, like you never knew where your squad was. So there was no indication. Like everyone is green, so there's no indication who's actually in your.
Yeah, your squad was green. The other players were blue.
Your whole squad was green. All people were green.
I only saw my squad as green, and then everybody else was
all
blue.
People who aren't the bad guys are green.
Yeah,
not just the 4 people on the screen.
Because I know when your squad mates usually do, because you're able to respawn on your squad mates if you.
Well, I get that, but there's more than 4 people around you at a given time, and they're all green.
Yeah, okay. I will say that. Like you're right. It's weird.
It doesn't give you any indication who exactly is your squad team unless you read their names.
All right.
Yeah, that is true.
So that was annoying.
Wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But there was more than 4 motherfuckers around me, and they were all green. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. And so I mean, not to be rude, but I'm playing it right now, and they're just.
I know you're playing. I see your controller.
They're like a teal. They're like a tinge lighter than you.
Well,
so I just want to. I'm
blind, so I brighten my screen, so they all look the same fucking color to me. I'm not colorblind.
I had something to say about that, but I don't want to interrupt you.
Well, I mean, if you have something to say your piece. Say your piece,
and so just not to take it over, but like, okay, so if I can't compared this to any Battlefield but Battlefield 3. And that's just because that's the newest
I agree.
installment with, the current era. And with that being said, to me, like, this is hodgepodge at this point. I understand that it is a beta, but hodgepodge mean like they just kind of like they had a lot of good ideas, but they just threw it in here. And now like it's kind of, other than the destruction, which we haven't really seen I got to say the extent of. It kind of feels
I just wish they gave us that tornado board. Like I wish they gave us.
I wanted to play.
So that's the thing.
We haven't the demo.
We haven't seen like we haven't seen the extent of the damage. But right now, it feels like Warzone without the mist, like egging you on to kill.
And I don't like Warzone.
And it's just like where I like the how big the map is. The issue with maps of this size is that, like Felise and you said, you get easily distracted, and where you should be working either in a unit or at least a squad, half of your squad is across the map, and it's like you don't even want to load in on it. Like, let's say you get shot and you were like taking over this one place, so you get to the roof, like you'll get shot and you don't want to go to one of your people because this just not, it's not cohesive. The colors are terrible for anybody who needs, who have any type of stigmatisms or something. So they're going to have to put that in there to where you can change the colors. Then also, like, the menus are very deceptive and not clear. How you choose your loadout is they just like kind of copied and paste from Warzone, which I do not like, because Battlefield had its distinct way of doing things. And now me picking this loadout, it doesn't make, like, for them to do the loadout on top of the class specialization is sloppy.
That should bother me.
Because it's just like, if I'm gonna be recon, why would I want to pick a assault loadout? You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make sense.
I was saying that, like, where's the sniper rifle? Like,
and then what you were saying about the I'm sorry, the attachments.
Oh,
you're muted.
Wait, did I muted you? I muted you?
What type of
hold on, repeat that, Tim. You go after attachments, you got muted real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Other than
oh shit. wait.
Stop pressing buttons, Tim.
Wait, Tim.
He's muted right now. I see a line over his mic. Yeah, we can't hear you. You're muted. I think he asked me because he has a control.
You're probably touching the mute button.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Now we can't see you.
Well, it's okay.
Okay. Sorry. All right. And so like, other than, I believe, what type of package you've gotten, like if you got the ultimate package, then you may have a little bit more. But I finally figured out it's really just like in the loadout screen, pushing up so you can get to the other. Because I thought you had to kill to get new weapons. Then I found out that, like, they after each match, some of them like are unselected. It's just like you were saying, Felise, the fact that they didn't, like, they could have did something where they gave you a kind of preview of the game versus just throwing you in the middle of the mud. And in trying to figure out what I want to do with this game, because I really like close quarters. This is not a map that I would find fun. Or if I did, like, it would I would like it if we moved around the map. Now, I see what they're trying to do, but the issue I have with EA and Battlefield from Battlefield 3 right to now is the fact is they don't like release solid state games. So you'll sit here and pay full price $119 for this game, and then they'll, like, do some shady shit and release some type of some type of package that's outside your pay bracket. And that is why I'm like, because in this, where it's nice, it shows you a lot of places that they have to improve that I just don't feel they're going to improve in a month. When you shoot people,
isn't it coming out soon?
It should be coming out in like early November. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you shoot some people, their
19th.
body flails in the building, like in the building wall. Doors don't open; they disappear when you walk through them. You try to get
all the walls disappear.
You try to get. I tried to get into the elevator, and I was going into the wall. Then some kid just ran out of there because the elevator finally came down. And I was just like, "This is mechanics that I hope."
I had some shit happen to me in which I'm shooting at a guy coming down on a parachute. He lands and then he just falls through the ground. And I'm just like, do I get that kill? They didn't even give me that kill. I'm like, yo, do I get the kill?
Well, and that's the thing and those are the things where you're like, I hope it's not in the original. I hope it's not in there when I get it. And yes, it's gonna be in there, and you're gonna have to learn to live with it because you just paid us your money, and that's it. And it's just I feel it's great, but like then I'm sorry, Felise.
No. Continue. I stopped because you were still talking. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just saying, like, from the improvements they made in Battlefield 5, like, you know what I'm saying, there is really nice, I want to say, especially with the haptic controller, there is nice feedback. There is nice control and movement.
I'm missing out on that since I'm playing it on Xbox.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, there is, like, it's just, as Felise also stated that I completely agree with the issue. One of the issues that I had is I just didn't know how to use said gadgets. I don't know how to play the game. So to say that I'm having fun, I can't really put that out there because it's like, because the learning curve is there, it's like, I feel like, hey, I want to do this in the game and nothing is explaining it. There's nothing I can look at. I don't know if you're supposed to. I thought, man, maybe I got to go up there and unlock the defibrillators. Then some guy came and he helped, like he res me with the defibrillators. I was like, so what is that? What did he do? So it's just like in the state. It's in the state of games today, especially since digitally they're gonna get the 100% profit. I feel like if you put out a beta, it should be a working demo. It should be something where you give us, hey, I can at least do the one multiplayer game for this amount of time, but I can do the what do you call it? The trial, or you said tutorial. It earlier, Felise. The tutorial. I can do the tutorial all I want. And that right there is what's going to help me buy the game or not. Like if I could do the tutorial, like it's just like
what I posted in the thing. It's literally like bad writing. They got lazy.
Yeah. It's just like in this day and age, when you got locked in profit like they do, because everybody has money pretty much now. Like after the pandemic, most people have money on their PSN card or PSN account. And so if you're going to get this locked in money where I cannot go to PlayStation and be like, hey, I want my 76.89 back because I hate this thing, they're not going to give it to you.
You got a week, I think. No, you got 48 hours, I think.
You got 48 hours. But that depends on play hours also. That's what they don't tell you. You're like, yeah, in 40 hours.
If you play over 2 hours, you can't get a refund. 2 hours?
Yeah. And people like, even if in that 2 hours, an hour and 30 of it, you were getting kicked out the game because it was failing. And it's just I
the thing a couple times actually.
And it's just like, and that's just where you're at. So I'm like, in this point, I feel like we as the consumers, but also we as the gamers, kind of have to put our foot down. Because if this game gets released, especially what you said, Felise, about your team, I don't even know, like it being down here in the corner, especially the fact that it's over there by the box. I didn't know who was in my team, and I don't know because of the how the icons are set up. Who is the squad leader? How to contact him? I was looking at the gun to see how I would if I did have the attachment.
When you try to talk to them,
they
anyway.
Don't. So it's just,
I muted people.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
That's what I'm saying. It's just right now it's weird, and it's just where back in the days I'd be like, oh, they got enough time. Now I know, no, they don't.
Honestly,
they do not have enough time to fix this.
It feels worse than the free game.
Worse than a free game? Oh shit.
Okay.
I won't go that far because it is Battlefield-esque, but
my parallels are I don't even like that game. What is it called? The one with the A.
Anthem.
No, I would never go to Anthem. I searched for that.
Sorry.
The shooting game.
Shooting game.
Why should I have my PlayStation on? Anyway, Dead by Daylight is better than this. It's not a shooting game. I get that, but my point is, well, it's free for me anyway.
Wait, what about Back for Blood? Was that it?
No, that's not free. That's not free. It's not even out yet.
It isn't. I'm tripping. Sorry, guys.
My point is, there are a bunch of free games, right? And I can't think of the other game right now, even though we talked about it immensely on Gamerish Network. And I always say I don't like to play because I suck at it. But they have all these things where it's like you pay for your packs and stuff like that. And I'm turning on my TV right now and see what the game is called right now. But literally, I feel like we are in an era because of the pandemic where games have that's an Xbox controller. Where games have gotten used before they were comfy. They were comfy. They could put out whatever and it could build off of the name, off of the strength of shit, right? Yeah. So I feel like because of that, some companies don't realize just because we're not 100% in the pandemic era at this point. I mean, we're kind of hopefully on the close of it that they have to still show and prove, but they have to show and prove more because we got we know the cyberpunks. We're in that era where we're not gonna take it. I'm literally quoting a song. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. And we're not in that state where it's just like, oh, we're comfy. We want quality games. I'm looking up right now to find the game, and for some reason, it's not the first thing in my queue, which I'm a little annoyed about because it starts with an A. But so we're not gonna sit around and wait for you to fix your game anymore. But we want, when you send that game out, we want it to be close to a whole game, if not a whole game.
Yes.
And then we can't sit in that era where games like our Titanfalls or Anthems, because that was before. We were like, we'll still play it a little bit, even though I stopped playing Anthem after a while because I actually paid full price and it was free a week later, and I was really upset about that. And Fallout 76, another game, played it free slightly after.
I still like Fallout 76.
I just quit. I quit. I was like, what is this shit? Because huge Fallout fan. Even played the mobile, gave them mad money because it's Fallout. Yeah. Before I finally was like, let me stop playing this. This is shit. Why am I buying all these boxes and these people? Why can't I find a thing?
But another thing was that
Apex. They changed the emblem or something. Apex.
So dang, you're right. Wow. How didn't we come up with say that? Dang, I was thinking about something completely different.
No, I couldn't find it because the black guy with the hat is on the cover now. I was looking for the girl. But we're in an era where the free-to-play games are better than the games that are coming out.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's because of battle passes and how much we're investing in them. And I feel like they could have just made this game free, but because of the IP, it is a Battlefield game, and we're all used to buying Battlefield. But then again, we have Ghost Recon that just announced that they're gonna have a free-to-play 103 player multiplayer game.
I'm gonna play that because I'm tired of paying. I'm tired of paying for Ghost Recon.
I mean, it's like where I want to see this. That's the thing. I am a person when they bring up No Man's Sky. I am a person who bought that. Pre-ordered
I bought that too.
I pre-ordered it and bought it. Yeah. And people talk about, oh man, so years. Look at how that ended up. And I was like, no, when you really think about how games are, that game got put down for a long time. And the only reason why I still have it is because I bought it full price. Now, 5 to 10. No, don't get me wrong. It did come because I still own it and I still play it. And it has grown into a game that I play for certain reasons, kind of like Katamari, when I just want to be able to play a game. play a game and not have to kill or something. Because, like, I mean, that's a big thing. Is just which I didn't notice that until my daughter. But anyway, like, it's just having a game where I don't have to kill or do anything crazy.
It's peaceful. The music is nice.
I mean, it gives you a nice, like you're able to make your own pace. Now with the FPS shooters, like I completely agree with Andre. They had to sell it because it's Battlefield, and you know the only issue I have with this is
contracts with their investors.
That true, but also I mean because it's evil EA, but it's the main factor. Like they're leaning too much the COD side and not carving what I feel from this beta, which can be taken as a grain of salt. What I don't feel like I'm getting from the beta.
You know why they're leaning that way,
my
right?
Money now, huh?
They're leaning that way because there's been always. I'm gonna turn this off since we're not recording. There's always been a huge battle where literally the same battle that happened at one time between Live and 2K. They are that.
Ooh. Look at you, Felise. I'm listening. Sorry, that's a really good.
It is the same battle that they had. So just like I can't even say at one time Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. It is the same battle for the same audience, you know. And eventually someone will end up losing. Which I mean, Battlefield was always the one that was like the better. In my opinion, I know some Call of Duty fans might disagree, but Battlefield was always the meatier game, but Call of Duty always had the numbers because they had Activision behind them.
It was an easier pickup and play
game to play.
Yeah,
you know?
it is easier. Battlefield had a huge, which still has a huge learning curve. So it's the same fucking tale as End of Time. I mean, as the beginning of time. So it's literally like, do you remember? Okay, I know you like wrestling, Andre.
Hey, I like wrestling. Everybody likes wrestling.
No, I don't like wrestling anymore. I used to watch it a lot as a kid.
I want that to get back to the streets. I like wrestling.
Listen, my point is, do you remember back in the day when the wrestling games used to come out and it was THQ against like other companies, and then THQ eventually got bought because they went out of business? Literally, that is what's happening right now. I feel like if Battlefield pushes this game out, does not take the advice, because I think there's a QR code, which I think they fucked up by doing a QR code because not everyone knows how to use QR codes. But
a lot of people are just too lazy to even scan that.
Yes, but realistically, if you have people who love your content and they have been with your content for years, and most of them may have been maybe what do you call it? Maybe vets, because you know vets do play a lot of their games. I learned that when I was at a conference and they were talking about Call of Duty, but same battle, you know. So you have a lot of vets playing their games, a lot of people in the Midwest playing the games that, you know, a lot of people don't understand technology that are from a certain era and or don't have the means. So QR codes are for the youth. They marketed that to youth. So when they put that, say, hey, go to our website, you can scan this QR code, give us feedbacks. That only gives you a set amount of people, maybe the fanboys, maybe people streaming, whomever, to be able to tell you about your content and how crappy it is or how good it is. So I feel like that is a miss on their part. But I feel like if they take some of the advice, even if it's 10% of the advice, and use it to better themselves, hopefully they won't come out be as shitty as it is right now. Because Battlefield is not only a household name, it's supposed to be like this giant, but right now they're coming out swinging like they little kids. You're
giving them way too much. I still feel like you're being way too nice, Felise, but
I am being nice because, I mean, come on, I have to be.
I think though one issue I wish they gave us like we were saying at the beginning more, because I don't play Conquest. I play Rush. You know
don't play COD though.
You know.
Oh wait, no. You didn't say COD. What did you say?
No. I don't play Conquest mode, which is what they have in the beta. I prefer Rush, and Rush makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something, because either you're on the side where you're killing everyone and stopping them from taking this objective, or you're on the side attacking and moving on. Conquest mode to me is just, all right, run here, shoot, kill, run here.
You know it's a Conquest though, right?
Huh?
I mean, I like conquest mode.
Conquest is the thing that changes. The conquest is the mode that's distinguishing in most games, and they did that. I am assuming anyway, because that is something that distinguishes them from the Call of Duties, the Rainbow
True.
Sixes, the whatever, because they do conquest in
That's
such
where
a
they get the
unique
most
way, which I
players.
do not hate. I just don't like the way they rolled out the situation.
I mean, I play conquest. I like it to me
I
because
play Rush more
again,
than Conquest. Like I never had a
that or
big
team deathmatch.
problem with Conquest, but I just always preferred Rush because I felt like I was at least if my people on my team aren't listening to me, then if I get this objective done, the objective is getting done. Like no one's
True.
gonna come and stop it or take back over that spot. You can't, because once you get something done in rush mode, it's done. No one can stop it. No one can reverse what you did. It's done. So that's why I love rush mode more than conquest. But
well, if I may, really quick, because I don't want to interrupt you anymore. But I just want to say, like with COD, like that's a game I would play if I like just to get kills. No team playing, no teammates. I just want to get kills, get guns. But what distinguishes Battlefield to anybody out there who may not know is the fact that, like you guys said, you have the different modes. But like with Conquest, if you want to get, because Battlefield is about points, if you want to get points to level up or get certain gear, you play Conquest. If you want to level up a certain weapon, you play Team Deathmatch. If you want to just get overall stats, you play Rush. That's why I like Battlefield, because instead of it just being run and gun, you can have clear objectives that give you some spice on the battlefield instead of it being all out in the open or all in enclosed spaces. And with this game, what I would like is just a little bit more. I appreciate it being as big as Battlefield the maps are. I just wish it was had a little bit more direction and cohesion in it being squad based, or being was it squad or unit based battle, to where if I would want to be in those enclosed spaces, but I would still be, because on this they haven't showed us if you can still do the build stuff where you build the reinforcements around the or fortifications around the certain bases. It's like all of that mixes in, you know what I'm saying? Because I really want to see how they would incorporate that. That's why I felt like the overlap of the specializations on top of the classes is sloppy. Because if I did want to build, because sometimes I even though I'm playing Battlefield, I don't want to kill. And I go, how many points can I make just building up fortifications? And that has opened me up to new information about the game. Whereas I don't know if you guys know, but if on Battlefield 5, building fortifications at a place that you just currently are or have taken stops it from being taken, like I would say 30% more than if you have no fortifications there. And it's just, you got to know certain people. You have different specializations. You have different jobs out there on the battlefield where this just looks, this, in my opinion, right now is just so big, and I'm going to use the word ostentatious, to where it doesn't, I don't want to be on this side of the map if we have everything over here, but I have to get into a vehicle that just, and then spawning a vehicle in. It's like, if you're not playing on computer, just makes the game cheesy on console.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole damn you just able, because yes, back in the days, people used to just grab up those vehicles as soon as the match started
and leave you. A person in this one, a person in your squad will leave you. And you're just like, but you don't know how to tell them, hey, I want to get in. It's just
And so they got some stuff to work on. I guess they have like a little over a month to get those little things out there. Hopefully. How did the guns feel to you guys? Like how was it operating those weapons? Did it feel good? Was it bad? Do you like the way it moved? Too much recoil, or what it felt like?
Felise, I'll say after you.
No, you go ahead, because you have the conversation.
Oh, and so like for me, of course, they have great gun models. The reaction, I'm playing with the PlayStation 4. I mean, sorry, PlayStation 5. The haptic reactions is on point. It feels great. You do feel like you're pulling the trigger. Shooting at the building to the street, you do see, saying the graphics are great. So I would say, as far as that, they seem cool. Now I have not seen the attachments and what the attachments do
Yeah,
and
that's
how,
what I
like I
want.
have, I
Yeah.
have picked, but that's another thing. Like I've picked up guns on the ground that had attachments. And so I didn't know if that was like I said, it's just people, some people have things, some people don't. But in my opinion, like it with the guns in the handling, like it kind of is giving me COD vibes. And plus, the person you're playing with is like hella tall. I don't know if you guys like saw that, but
No,
like
I
he's
didn't
like
even realize that.
7 feet tall or something like that. Like you look down, and like damn, like I don't know. It's just like, and with that, because you can see the person's body. It's just like in this. I do like how the character models are really different. You got that old Russian lady and all. So I mean, if we're gonna give them any props, I will say the graphics on this is to standard, and then the character models are interesting, very interesting. And I like how if you walk up on somebody, it looks like everything does look nice. There is clipping, there is some glitches, but all in all, like I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's good enough to get the standard version. But if you know anything about EA games and PlayStation, next year this is going to be free.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. 'Cause I want like the reason I was gonna pay more was just for the battle pass. I would like to get the year one pass, but then I have to ask myself at the same time, are you gonna play it long enough to actually utilize this battle pass? So uh, I don't know.
And see, and that's the thing, as Felise was saying, in the decade of free to play games, where I can get a game of this caliber for free and get seasons and all that crap, and all I gotta do is play it, and I probably can get what I want. It like Battlefield really does have to pull a lot out of their ass. And I'm, pause. I'm not trying to, be just bogus, but I'm just saying, like, this game, with the fact that I can get Warzone and it is comparable to this, I don't know, but I don't know Battlefield. Like, they really are gonna have to do something strange for me right now. They're gonna have to do something really strange.
Now we want police to get in on this combo.
Yeah, I
My
don't know.
wife
She
will
looked
have a
like
little bit
she's
of
like
mic problems on her end
cutting
at
the
the
red,
moment.
cutting the red, what you call the red wire right now. Oh, you can't. No, we can't hear you. We can't
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah. So sorry, people are having some technical difficulties right now for Felice to get up in here. We don't know what happened. You're not muted on my end. You're still there, so she's gonna try and come back in here. But I would say like to start wrapping this up, what do you feel is like something that you need, like that's gonna make this game complete for you? Like, I know of course we want the bugs out. We want to see our attachments, which of course will finally be there when they finally make that back in. But by time this game releases, what is what do you want to see in this game by the time it finally releases?
Okay, so really to tell you, because it's just the biggest thing about this is the destruction, and we won't get the full fledged, what
Yeah, I
this
feel
game
like I
has
didn't
to
see enough
offer.
of that.
Until it comes out. So really, for me, on the surface, would be them fixing the overlays. Like the class and the loadout. They could fix that, and then also if they could, so I'm used to the old Battlefield when you use pause, how you get the information where it tells you your side, their side, certain things. It's like I understand they have to change it up because this is a new game, but kind of like make that more. So really, all I can say is just kind of like really right now, just it's just a solid state game. When we get out, there's no crazy stuff happen like you falling through the ground. And then if they could just change like how some of the loadout and all that screens, because I don't want to say anything or too much because it's just like you said, it's just where you want more. You really don't know what they're going to give us because this isn't the final product.
All right. Yeah. When it comes to me, like I said, like of course this is only one level, one game mode.
Yeah.
I want to see how my rush mode is gonna go. Like I'm not convinced after this. I'm glad that I didn't spend more than the $70. I'm glad I didn't spend anything yet. I'm not one to wait for reviews before I decide on buying the games. I'm a game addict. Everybody knows that. I'm gonna buy this game regardless. But let's get these glitches out the way. I want to see some full-blown destruction. I want to see more communication when playing the games. Like you guys said, you want to make it more clear about who your teammates are, who's in the squad. You know, we still can't hear Felise. We're trying so bad, people. We want to get her opinion before we get out of here. But yeah, like progression. That's my main thing. The Call of Duty makes one thing that keeps me playing Call of Duty is its ability to show us progression. You know, you feel like with every kill you make, every objective you take, everything you do, you feel some sort of progression. You feel like what you did meant something, even if it's just an attachment, even if it's just a piece of paint on your gun. Like, even though it's a beta, you guys could have gave us, because even the Call of Duty betas, they give us progression. I think they could have did that for us here and shown us something, make us feel like we were playing for a reason. You know, even if it's gonna get wiped, like even New World MMO, played over 100 hours in the beta, only to be told that my progress wasn't carrying over. But, you know, yes, I was mad, but I felt good. The only reason I kept playing those 100 hours was because I felt some sort of progression. I felt like everything I was doing meant something. So like, as long as when this game comes out and my first kill tells me, boom, you just ranked up this gun, blah, 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 or you have like 2 more kills to rank up this gun, whatever, rush mode is good because there's no story mode in here. And to me, that's even though Battlefield has the weaker story compared to Call of Duty, I love my story mode. And
it gives you way more meat, man. Way more. It gives you that is the main reason to buy it. Without the story mode, it's a free to play game.
Yeah, there's people out there that don't like multiplayer. They buy Battlefield, Call of Duty just for the story. Yes, they don't care that they're not going to be able to play the multiplayer or won't dabble in it. But put a story in your games, developers. Like, missing out on story is some bullshit. Like, I need story, even if it's not as good as Call of Duty's. I'll still finish it. There's never been a Battlefield story that I haven't finished, even though they haven't made a good one since Bad Company 1 and 2. But still, like, you guys are there. And plus, for some people, story mode is practice, you know, how to handle certain guns and things like that, you know. So that's all I want. Like, hopefully there's enough modes out there. I don't know if I'm gonna play with the whole I wish they would have put it in here, the whole the mode where you get to create your own game, the custom games and all that stuff. It would have been great to be able to try that out. I don't know how much I'll play with that. Like, it depends if they say we get weapon progression and all that stuff on there.
I mean, well, I just want to say, I believe we're going to get weapon progression. That's definitely going to happen. But at the same time, at the moment in the beta, it just sucks that they didn't give us a taste of what that looks like.
I hope they do weapon progression, because you know, they might not, in my head, because if it's going to be custom games, then you could easily call in 12 of your friends and be like, stand there and let me kill you and level up my gun, you know. And I don't think they're gonna want something like that to be able to happen, you know. That's why I don't feel like there'll be progression in custom games. So, but we'll see when it comes out, you know. But I think that feature might not be there. Hopefully it is, and people don't exploit it. But I think they might keep progression out of custom games due to exploitation, because one thing people do is always try to find a way to quickly progress in these games. If they could pay to win, they'll pay to win. You know how it goes, you know. And but let's see. We're gonna try one more time. See if we could get Felise on here to give her final word. She's joining the room again. Oh, we still can't hear her. We still can't hear her. Oh my god.
Yeah, this reminds me of if Warzone wasn't free, man, this would be impressive.
Yeah.
Like say, if Warzone wasn't free, this would be impressive.
Next year we get a free Warzone, a free Battlefield game, maybe. If their battle pass, I think if enough people buy their battle pass as the year continues, we'll get a free Battlefield game hopefully by next year. You know, unfortunately, guys, we couldn't get Felise to give her final word. She is here. We wish we could have got her final word in here. You know, we couldn't hear her. You know, we apologize for that. Maybe when we get another Gamerish podcast going, then, and we apologize for not having any podcasts right now. We're still all have new work schedules to try to work around it, but we will be back, guys. We once again, if you want to support us, we have patreon.com/Gamerish Network. You go there and give us a little donation, go towards prizes and everything we do, streaming, things like that. If you want to be part of a great community, we're on Facebook. We have 2 Facebook pages. We have a Facebook regular page where we put most of our streaming, and a Facebook group page where we give out the most prizes and do the most talking and show you guys what's going on in the gaming world and do tournaments and things like that. So look out for it. Instagram, we have Gamerish Network Instagram, and our Twitter is at Gamerish N. You know, Felise, we can't hear her, but she wants to tell you guys goodbye, and she apologizes for not being able to finish this up. You know, she's saying it with her words. If you were able to see us on video right now, she's giving teary eyes. You know, and Tim, once again, thanks you for joining us, man. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you.
Join us up in these things. Guys, so guys, until next time, enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games. Peace out.